the whole reason why I really didn't, like, you know, pursue it, because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard, okay? Women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day, okay?
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Men are inside of women's.
Let them genuinely
down
talk. You'll see real
guys
fast,
are
like, oh
literally
my God,
into a
this
girl's.
bitch is dumb as hell.
We'll return after these messages.
Over 200 men.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. Her personality was just so great. She was amazing.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men. And they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass.
The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally hit you. They will disrespect you. They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want. And they act like children.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh, Lord, I know. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding!
I'm not just having sex with one, not two, but 3 different guys. That's right. I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftovers?
We're the leftovers, and I saw it. I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not a leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind.
This concept of I could do better, bitch, at least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. For the only thing that kept a woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the woman's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just, looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throats of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she have? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work in brothels. They're good to, try to take over a bar. They're good when they're handing you food as they're a waitress or they're on a call center call or something like that. But anything other than that, we really don't want 85% of y'all around. Just leave. It's sad to say, but it's the reality on it.
Women will continue to only hook up with the top.
By the time they hit 40, they want the whole world. But you 40, you ain't worth the
Happy
whole world.
Thanksgiving.
You was worth that 20 years ago. By the time they hit 35, it's you better come up with XYZ. You ain't worth XYZ. And they be bad. It's so sad. But I'm glad. Bars. Their lifespan is a comedy show, to be honest about it. It's brutal to say, but it is. And it's funny. The reason it's so funny is because when they're on top, they don't care about you at all. You can just roll. You can literally roll down the street and die in front of them, and they will walk over you when they're in their top prime. That's what makes it so hilarious in the end. All of them.
Yeah. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. We're gonna talk about the title in a second. But yeah, if you appreciate the content, please donate. The channel only makes $27 a month outside of donations. So donations are, highly appreciated. Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Hit the like, hit the like. If you want access to exclusive episodes, join the membership, the YouTube membership, or the Patreon. I try to do 2 a week, if not more. Yeah. Other than that, let's get into some ridiculous nonsense, Hit the like button. Anybody rocking on Rumble? 3 people rocking on Rumble. All right, let's get started. Appreciate y'all.
You can turn your camera. What's up, bro? What's up? You can turn your camera on for us. Yeah. Let me see. Bet. So I got a little situation, bro. I just stopped talking to this chick or whatever, and she younger than me. She about 2, 3. She 3 years younger than me, but she over 21 though, and she got 2 kids.
I could already tell by the dumbass faces that Aunt Megan. I mean, I didn't hear nothing that the brother said that. I mean, he started making faces when he said she 3 years younger than me, but she older than 21. I don't know. So, but I just wouldn't call this nigga Aunt because he gonna have an attitude. He gonna have an attitude. I feel like he even got more of an attitude with dudes. I mean, here's the thing. Do guys really like guys? I mean, I'm not saying obviously like that, but when I get around guys, dudes just seem like they got an attitude when they have to talk to other guys or be around other guys. And I just always found that to be some rainbow shit. Because it's bro, why do you got an attitude? I don't fucking know you. Why you got this undertone of an attitude? We got beef or something, nigga. I don't even fucking know you. So you gotta be a bitch ass nigga. And it's not just 1 or 2 dudes in the crowd. I would say it's the majority of dudes. Every once in a while you come into a come in contact with a guy who seemed like just a chill dude. Like he ain't on no bullshit. He ain't trying to act cool or tough. He ain't trying to like disrespect you. Just oh hey, what's up, man? Yeah, but just a chill dude. But that's like rare. That's like 20% of the time. I don't know, man. I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but I just wouldn't call no nigga on YouTube I don't know for advice. Because I mean, pretty much every dude. I don't want to say every dude. Kevin Samuels used to be on some bullshit when men would call. He would be like super combative with the dudes. Ant is super combative. I'm not calling some combative nigga combative like a baby mama. Calling some combative nigga and asking him for advice. But let's just get into it. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I mean, it's probably just in our DNA to compete with other men or just have animosity towards other men because from a biological standpoint, or back in the caveman days, and you see another man, it was a potential threat. He was coming to take your food, maybe take your bitch, maybe delete you and your kids and your bitch to take your food. I get it. It's probably just something in our DNA, but we gotta get over it. Cause hey, maybe it's something in our DNA that when we see a nice ass, we grab that motherfucking Fred Flintstone bat and boom, blink, blop, bloop, and then drag her back. So we overcome that DNA. We should overcome this DNA of just this instant animosity when you come in contact with another guy. I think it's lame as fuck. But let's get into it. Let's start it from the top. Peep Ant facial expressions before the brother even finished asking this question. Like, damn, bro, you already mad at me?
What's up, bro?
What's up? You can turn your camera on for us.
Yeah, let me see.
Bet.
So I got a little situation, bro. I just stopped talking to this chick or whatever, and she younger than me. She about 2, 3. She like 3 years younger than me, but she over 21 though, and she got 2 kids.
Why the emphasis on the age? So if she over 21?
Yeah, because I know some people they got their own little with that, but
No. I mean, it's nothing wrong with you dating a younger woman, but you made it seem like you was 21. And like she was like just turned like I don't know. You made it seem like
no.
If you a
I'm
couple
saying
years older, it's cool. Like you ain't got.
No, I'm saying she 20.
See, that was completely unnecessary. That's a nigga just searching for a conflict. That's a nigga searching for something to be able to critique you about or like get on your heels about. And this is the gay shit I'm talking about. It's not just Ant. It's I've witnessed it damn near every time I get around a group of guys. And it's so fucking gay. And this is why one of the many reasons that I just stick a move, handle my business where I need to handle my business, and I get the fuck out of Dodge and get back home. Cause I don't want to deal with none of this sucker shit. I just don't. I don't want to bicker with men. Such a bitch trait, man. My personality isn't one that instigates bickering with other men. Unnecessary bickering with other men. But let's just continue.
It seemed like you was 21. And like she was like just turned like I don't know. You made it seem like
No.
If you a
I'm
couple
saying
years
she
older, it's cool. Like you ain't got.
No, I'm saying she 20. Like she 20. She just made 23, and she got 2 kids under the age of like 4.
All right. What's your question? What's your question?
Do you feel like it's wrong if I only been with this chick for like 2 months? Do you feel like it's wrong that I didn't take her out for her birthday when 2 weeks before her birthday she kind of like shut down and she had a lot going on or whatever, and she shut down with ghost on me for like a whole week, or like 8-9 days.
So let me just start. Let me just start right here. You dating a 23-year-old? I don't know how old he is. Did he say how old he was? I can't remember. I mean, he seemed like he could be older. I don't know, 28. I don't know. Y'all can let me know if he said something or how old he was. But regardless, you dating a 23-year-old with 2 kids. Bro, why don't you love yourself? And it'd be even more diabolical work if they buy two different baby daddies at 23. At that point, you just asking for your life to get fucked up. You asking for drama, you asking for bullshit, and you asking to waste your time with a bitch that ain't worth it. To me, that would be the whole point of even fucking with a 23-year-old, that she don't got 2 kids already. You know, but never mind. Let's Ghost for a week he must not have options. You can tell the niggas who don't got options within the first minute of them talking about their story. Because a nigga with options, she went ghost for a week, block. She already got 2 kids. She already got, fuck it, the 2 kids was the 2 strikes. Ghost for a week is the 3rd strike. Keep it moving.
Shut down, and she had a lot going on or whatever, and she shut down with ghost on me for like a whole week, for like 8-9 days.
Let's just get down to the nitty gritty of it.
No, that's what happened. And when she called me back and was like, "Oh, I want to talk to you. I was going through a lot, whatever." I'm like, "All right, cool." Like,
I'm not even speaking on that. How old are you?
26.
You 26. So she just turned 23.
Right.
All right. You got kids?
No kids.
Why are you dealing with a woman with 2 kids? How many baby daddies she got?
1.
All right. Why are you dealing with a woman with 2 kids?
Well, to be honest, my decision maker was like, I don't really with a whole lot of women because I'm in a truck all the time, and I'm a regional driver, so I work like 6 days a week. And she was the woman that I've been talking to for like maybe a month and a half, and I'm like, okay, you want to talk? You know what I'm saying? Meet up or whatever, hang out. That's what we gonna do. So that's what I was. That's how I made it.
No, I ain't ask you what led up to it. I'm saying, why are you dealing with a woman that got 2 kids? Off principle though, like off just the strength though. Like why?
GP just
though. Like what made you want to do that?
It really, I'm gonna be honest with you, it really wasn't no deciding factor. I was just like, you got 2 kids. If you trying to spend time on the weekends, whatever, and I'm free. Shit.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you want to find a babysitter and come give me some pussy, cool. I mean, I get the logic. I get it if you're just looking for that. But I mean, yeah, I guess I get it. If he on the road all the time, still probably not. I get, yeah, niggas don't care if it's just about pussy though. I get it.
But I ain't tripping time though. We talking about like you want her to be a girl?
Nah, I was just spending time with her.
So you don't want to cover?
Nah.
Do she know that you don't want to cover?
Yeah, she knew. But
you told her that, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious with you. I want to just have fun. You told her that. Okay, so if that's what you're telling her, if you're being honest, I don't know if I believe you, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Actually, I don't believe you. But I'm gonna just
Why you don't believe me?
I'm gonna go to your hypothetical. Then I mean, at that point, you don't really owe her nothing because that's not your girl. So you don't. You don't owe her nothing regardless. But like, you don't owe her nothing if that's you kind of told her like you ain't looking for nothing serious and you kind of trying to just hit and just do your little 1-2. Then I mean, it ain't really nothing that she should be getting upset over because she understands the foundation of the relationship. But the reason why I said I don't believe you because if she did understand that, she wouldn't be getting upset because she already know her place in your life as far as her title and how y'all gonna deal with each other. So she know it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh jeez. All right, I want to touch on this. See, this whole friends with benefits thing, this whole situationship thing. I'm iffy on it, man. I'm iffy on it, man. I'm at a point where I don't want to even kick it with a bitch unless I like her. So even if we come to the agreement that, this ain't about to be nothing serious, I still, so maybe, you know what? Situationships ain't really for me. I don't know if situationships for me. This is just a weird dynamic. Cause it's like if I'm talking to you because I like you. I'm not about to keep up texting and calling when I don't like you and I just see you as a piece of pussy. But then if I don't do any type of texting and calling, will I even maintain the situationship? You see you see the contradiction there? Yeah.
Thing is with that, okay, so you right, you right.
Women do they get feelings over time sometimes. So a lot of times they forget their place. But you wouldn't be coming to me asking me that because you would have settled it and be like, hey, look, I told you from day one what this was gonna be. So you can't get mad at me because this is how this gonna go. But go ahead, you can get perspective now. Real quick, I want to tell y'all about a way that y'all can make some extra cash right from your phone. Is play the game cash deal. How much? First link in the description and check it out and see if you can make some free cash. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, situationships they just get too tricky, bro. They get too tricky. Because it's like, okay, I'll give y'all a quick story. Quick story. So I met a chick online. I'm trying to figure out how to say stuff without saying it. But I met a chick online. She had a kind of a picture on her profile that made me think she was DTF down the fuck. So I hit her up and I'm just like, we ain't talked too long. I mean, I probably asked a few questions and then I'm just like, I forgot what I said. You want a massage or something? I used some line like, come over to give you a massage or something. Some shit. And she was down, as her profile picture suggested. So guess she was attracted to me. So she dropped the location. She dropped the low. And I pulled up. So I pulled up, came in. I think she was on the phone when I came in, and she was like just literally sitting there with a t-shirt and panties on. And I think her legs was, I mean, I think I saw her pussy the first like first 10 seconds that I walked in. I think she was sitting on the couch talking on the phone with her legs up with panties on, and I think her pussy was halfway hanging out. But anyway, I'm just like, okay, well, not leaving much to the imagination. So I kind of got the vibe that this chick wasn't, I mean, she just didn't care. You know? She was a sexy little broad. So anyway, I didn't hit that night because I don't know. I'm just not pressed for sex. I did give her the massage and I just, we just hung out. It wasn't that serious for me. And she was appalled that I didn't try to fuck. And it made her like me more and it made her hit me up harder and all that for the next couple of days. We might even have hung out again and still not fuck, but I think that third time we did fuck. I was making her wait for it a little bit, and she was impressed in a sense. I don't know if I'd say impressed. She wasn't used to that. She wasn't used to a dude not being thirsty to fuck. And when I did finally whipped out, I've never seen a woman rush down to a cock that fast. Not even in the porn videos. I guess the the anticipation made her want it more. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So we fucked that one time, and then I think we hung out a couple other times, maybe fucked once or twice after that. But then, so I don't know. I guess I got the idea that she was just down to just fuck from time to time. So I just treated her like a whore. Like at first, I'm just like, I would text her like, "You just hit me up when you want some dick, or you feel like getting some dick tonight, or something." I would just be blatant with it. Fuck it, if that's what type of time we on. And she would say, "Well, you don't gotta act like that," because it's just crazy. Because even when women are whores, they want to be treated like ladies a little bit, and it was weird for me. I don't want to say I start developing feelings. How do I want to tell this story? It's just called being a human. You fuck somebody a few times, you get to know them, you know about their life. You develop, if you still have a heart, after some point you develop some type of care for them as a human, even if y'all not in a relationship, and even if y'all both know there's not going to be a relationship. So what happened after that? I don't know. Maybe she got tired of fucking and she started to try to somewhat curve me, I think. But then at the same time, she would hit me up from time to time for a favor, But then I'm like, well, what this about to turn into? This is about to turn into I'm the guy friend who don't fuck but do favors. So it fizzled out. But the point I wanted to make with all that is just too much of a gray area. You start kind of caring about him as a human, but then the sex isn't guaranteed, and then it's like, okay, if she start fucking with another dude, then she come up with an excuse why she can't fuck you no more, but then she still want to use you as a friend. It's just bullshit at the end of the day. It's just bullshit. So, far as sexual relationships with women, I would say to just keep it at 1 or 2 fucks and then move on with your life, or some type of committed situation, even if that's just live out girlfriend. But the situationship situation, it's not worth it to me. It's too convoluted. It's too complex. Too many lines that get crossed that wasn't supposed to get crossed, and this and that. It just ain't worth it. Oh, let me close up that story a little better. Let me see if I could. We fucked a few times. We would text here and there. Oh, I'll tell you some lie she came up with. Women are so full of shit. I guess she didn't want to fuck me no more for whatever reason. Maybe I had an off night or whatever. I don't know. She got to a point where she didn't want to fuck me no more, which is fine. So she came up with some lie about some medical condition or something the doctor told her. Not like an STD, but she came up with some silly shit. Oh, I can't have sex for 3 months. My doctor said I can't have sex for 3 months. It was some retarded shit. Trust me, I know that sounds bad, but it wasn't an STD. Well, the whole point of me saying is it was a lie. Whatever she was telling me was a fucking lie, so she wouldn't have to fuck me no more, right? Which is cool. So I got the picture and kind of fell back. And then after that, she called me once to take her somewhere, and I pretty much curved her. I'm like, I ain't about to take you nowhere. Like, we ain't fucking no more. I ain't about to keep doing you a favor. And then she texted me, or then there was another time after that, maybe a couple weeks after that, she called me to vent. Like, she called me, I guess, and told me about her day, and then like hung up. Not like hung up in my face, but I barely got a chance to get in a word edgewise. And she's like, all right, I gotta go. I'm like, damn, bitch, you just called me to use me as an emotional tampon and hang up. But so I'm like, damn, I might have to block this chick. But anyway, the final straw was that wasn't the final straw. Let me give you one more story before the final straw. So then I think I text her one day after that, and she texts me back like 2 days later, like, oh, I was busy or something. And I'm like, okay, I think I get the point. And I just like left her alone for like a month. And then a few weeks after that, I was at work, and she texts me like, you want to come over or something? I'm like, shit, sure. I think she said she cooked, and I was imagining she was gonna fuck me. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll come over after work. And then I had to work late, or I told her I would get off at 7 or something, but I ended up working till whatever, I don't know, 7:45. Got stuck at work. I text her, and she's like, "Oh, it's too late or something." I'm like, "Too late?" I'm like, "Fuck." I think I either blocked her, or I think I texted her the next day, like, "You on some funny shit, like, God bless, good night, have a good life," type shit. But yeah, it ain't worth it. Situationships aren't worth it. All right, let's get back into it.
I'm saying with the whole like you was like, I don't believe you. That did kind of happen where she was like, you know, I got kids and I know you wanted to hang out with me and this and that, and you want something consistent, but you don't want a relationship. I got kids, so if that's okay with you, then you know what I'm saying, that's what we're gonna do. But if that's not, I can't do the casual thing.
Okay, then. So she said that you
Like leave
so
like in the middle of that, yeah. In the middle of our little situation, that she was like, yeah, I don't wanna keep the casual thing. That's not it.
So if that's the case, then it should have been the end of it because you want to keep it casual. She don't.
Yeah, I showed and I ain't do that.
So what happened when she
I
told
kept
you what? So I'm saying, hold on. When she told you, I don't want to do the casual thing. What was your response?
I told her, I'm like,
well, see, and I want to touch on this real quick too. I mean, it's basically what I was just saying at the beginning of the stream. A lot of men want the dynamic between them and another man to be he's other men's big homie. Like he's always gonna like. A lot of men talk to other men like they're their little homie, and I can't do it, man. When a nigga is trying to talk to me like I'm his 6-year-old stepchild, it's like, bro, you talking crazy. I ain't about to argue or fight with you. I'm just gonna get away from you. It's usually at work, so yeah, something got to get figured out one way or another. But definitely, if it's outside of work, I'm cool. Bro. We don't need to communicate. We don't need to communicate. The dudes be too pressed to try to little boy somebody. I never respected that. Dudes be super pressed to try to little boy another man.
I wanted something casual. This is why. But I don't talk to women right now. And like I ain't talking to nobody, spending no time with nobody or whatever right now. So maybe I can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind we spend a little time together. And if you actually show me that you serious, then I don't mind that.
You know I'm a too, right?
Yeah. I got you. I know you kind of like hear what
like you know, like I know you me right now. Like you know the game. You know how the game work. Come on, my dude. Don't do that. Come on, man.
That's what she said, though.
No. What I'm saying is you ain't keeping it 100 on your response. If you saying that happened and she told you, hey, I'm not looking for the casual thing, you didn't respond to her and say, well, I want to keep it casual and I only want to just have sex and I want that to be the relationship. You probably told her something that was going to waste her time, because what a lot of people do is, well, we'll see, or let's go with the flow. Y'all use these filler words and we do things to make her feel like, okay, maybe it'll be something down the line, so I'm going to keep dealing with her. I'm a dude. Come on, man. You know women are delusional and gullible. So that's likely what happened. You probably led her on, and then when you dealing with her and she thinks something serious coming, then although I think birthdays is some stupid, I think it's a stupid perspective. I think birthdays in general is just dumb, but that ain't the point. Most people operate under that construct. So it would be normal if she felt like, all right, well, we something, and like my birthday is just like, damn, like, come on, man.
To be honest, bro, she was a cooler chick, but I'm thinking like, damn, am I?
All right, let's move on. Let me get to the title of the stream. Does femininity have an expiration date? But y'all know what I think. Yes. I would say the stereotypical number is probably 30. I would say, well, really, it's probably before 30. And especially depending on, if she's single at a certain age. If she's single at 26, 27, yeah. She probably ain't feminine to begin with at that point, by the time she found herself in a position of being, 26, 27 and single. There's another thing about femininity, but yeah, to answer the question, I think femininity does have an expiration date. I would say 30, 35, but definitely 40. 1,000,000,000%, because that's when they start saying, "Well, I'm about to start. I'm about to stop biting my tongue. I got an opinion too." And femininity usually fully expires at 40 for most women, if they ever had it. But I'll say this too. It's easier for a woman to maintain femininity longer when she's locked into a lifestyle that requires her to be feminine or lets her exercise her femininity on a regular basis. Like a woman who had her boyfriend since 20 and she been, yielding to a man's authority since 20. It's easier to keep up with your femininity when you're constantly exercising it. And when you're just a masculine ass bitch just out here dating and fucking and working on career and stuff, yes, that's how you completely lose your femininity before 30. But anyway, let's
You can go back to, say, the Victorian era, and then
check something real quick.
Cousins, and we're back and we're live and we're
This
back.
one was 37 minutes.
Back in California.
Okay, she took up the whole stream. We probably gonna do a Kendra at some point. I mean, probably sooner than later because it seemed like the live stream is just really not popping on YouTube. So what we probably gonna do is stay on YouTube for another 25 minutes and then go over and do the Kendra. Let's see.
Oh Lord. Okay. So I have to show my face or just being on camera is okay?
Yeah, you gotta show your face. You're not about to look at the bonnet all night. You gotta show your face.
All right. Hold on. I look crazy though in my bonnet now. All right.
Your natural state is your best state. Show your face, sweetie.
Well, I'm not saying my natural state isn't good, but I'm just saying.
You look perfectly fine. What's going on?
Okay, so I have a
That bonnet is diabolical. He's somewhat lying. What up, Divine Photos? That what the fuck is that bonnet is diabolical. But let's see what she's talking about. I can never come on the internet like this. But anyway.
state isn't good, but I'm just
You look perfectly fine. What's going on?
Okay, so I have a question. If you're dating somebody, right, and you're dating them for, I say like 3 years, right, and then they do something to you that makes you want to like, you leave the relationship, like they do something bad, and then you decide to be with somebody 2 weeks later, is that like wrong? Like, am I, as a
What does it matter? What does it matter? Let's be real. You was probably fucking with this hypothetical dude before you broke up with the first dude. Let's just get that established. That's wrong. But who cares if it's wrong? If you broke up with the first dude. But let's hear her out. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours tonight, I'm looking to meet a $10 live stream goal, Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat and in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box.
woman, is that like undesirable, or is that like, oh, you're this?
I want to ask you a question. This guy that you wanted to be with 2 weeks later, quote unquote, do you see him as your husband?
At the time.
That answer is no.
Oh.
I mean, it don't take that long to figure that out. Did you
You're
saw
talking about my bonnet. It's because I have a long hair. Sorry, my bad.
You're talking to me. Let's get out of the comments. But this new man that you was dealing with, did you see him as your husband? Like you said, like, I want to marry this man. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, what made you see him as your husband? And
Well,
in the span of 2 weeks, by the way.
No, I knew this guy.
Wait. Hold on. You said you've been with him. Are we talking about sex? You had sex with him?
No, we were dating.
Okay. So what made you see him, this new dude, after 2 weeks as your husband?
So I already knew the guy before I was dating him in those 2 weeks. So it wasn't like.
I almost just feel like what. Here's the thing. I don't know what's going on under her bonnet, but whatever's going on with your hair, like you would have been better off just putting a fucking baseball, like anything on your head, or if you got any type of hair to pull back, just pull it in a pony. Like I just feel like anything looks better than this. Anything. I almost would respect like just rollers in her hair better than a bonnet. I don't know. Let's continue.
So I already knew the guy before I was dating him in those 2 weeks. So it wasn't like 2 weeks we started talking. It was like I had known him for I think a year at this point. He was like a family friend of like my cousins or something.
Of course he was. Of course he was.
Of course he was. So when you said the husband part, so like he had a good stable like career. He was older, so
just so we know, you were cheating while you was dealing with the other guy.
Cheating? No.
Yeah, you was cheating because
And that's what I'm saying.
And she can't even keep the smile down. Look at her face, everybody. I already called it. I know you goofy bras like the back of my fucking balls. Look, look at the face. You can it always tells in the face because there ain't nothing funny about that. Oh, so you was cheating, right?
Of course he was. Of course he was.
Of course he was. So when you said the husband part, so like he had a good, stable like career. He was older, so
just so we know, you were cheating while you was dealing with the other guy.
Cheating? No.
Yeah, you was cheating.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
how you was cheating.
asking you.
No, I'm about to tell you how. You was cheating because you had your eyes on something else. Because if that was your so-called family friend and he was just another guy, you wouldn't even know anything about what he had going on. So what you were doing is you had another man that was sitting out there on the side.
She's struggling to keep that smile down, y'all. She's struggling to keep that smile turned down.
Waiting to be dealt with. You don't just go from a 3-year relationship and then 2 weeks later you already start talking to a new dude, and just so happen this new dude that we talking about is a dude that you've been knowing for a year, that you've had personal interactions and connections with, that you already knew who he was, meaning that this was somebody that you already seen as an option. And if you was probably told yourself, well, if this relationship don't work, I'm going to this other dude. So that's what it was. So you might not have been, let me finish my point. Cheating don't mean that you was talking to somebody at the time that you was speaking about somebody. You can also be cheating in your mind to,
you know, and she was talking to him. Let's just be, and she probably already fucked him. I mean, I get it. Ain't giving her the benefit of the doubt, but she was already talking to that guy and likely fucking that guy before she ended the relationship. Before she ended the relationship with the 3-year guy.
think that I'm gonna be looking at this man and he looks like a possible option. You already had eyes for this man. You already seen this man as something that I could possibly be with, which is why it only took you 2 weeks to get to that point. And it wasn't like, I'm almost certain that it wasn't no thing where it was 2 weeks and then y'all just started having that conversation, because who hit up who first?
I hit him up first.
Thank you. So you proving my point. So you was already visually and internally cheating because you had eyes for somebody else. So you was cheating. But you
can I rebuttal to that though?
Of course you can. Go ahead.
So if this person, right, for the 3 years that I was with them, like a lot of stuff is going on. And I'm not saying that that's right or that gives a reason for me to move on so quickly, but I'm just wondering, like, if you're going through a lot with this person and they're constantly showing you that they're not getting better, that they don't want to improve, they don't want to change. And it's not like in my head I'm thinking, oh, okay, this guy is the next guy I'm going to be with. No, it was like, okay.
No, you're trash. You're fucking trash. See, this whole thing of not getting better. What I would love to hear more details when women say vague shit like that. But look, if you've been in a relationship with a dude for 3 years, even if the last year was horrible, because see, this is what I'm saying. Women move on like probably 6 months to a year before they actually leave you, because they got to find your replacement and test that dick out before they leave their current man. So they got a lot to do in that last year. But like when you're really in love with somebody, like legit in love with somebody, even if the last year was bad, when you finally break up, you need a little, you're not trying to get back. The last thing you're trying to do is get back in a relationship in a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. You probably don't, even if you legit over that relationship and you like, I'm cool on them. I know for sure I want to be with them. You still need at least 6 months to just like, I'm about to just get over that. Focus on some other shit. So like, she's full of shit. That's the point of me saying all that.
They don't want to change. And it's not like in my head I'm thinking, oh, okay, this guy is the next guy I'm going to be with. No, it was like, okay, I know this guy, and like I seen him after I got out of that relationship.
What's your point you about to make? You was going into the point about this guy you've been dealing with, going to that point because you just filibuster.
Okay, I'm saying because this person that I was with is doing a lot of BS to me. So why is it considered cheating because I see a guy who's suitable or compatible with me? Why is that cheating because I decide to leave him even though this person is doing a lot of bullshit to me?
Cheating is cheating because you already had eyes for this man and you was in a relationship.
I didn't have eyes for him though.
You did.
It wasn't like
You did. You asked me a question. Let me respond to you.
Yeah,
You
right.
definitely had eyes for him because you knew exactly who he was. You was finna go into this whole spiel about he come from a good family, he this, he that. You was finna go into all that. So you was definitely cheating. You had eyes for him and you was putting him on the back burner as a possible option. Women don't go from a guy to a lesser guy. So this man that we speaking about, I know for a fact that you view him as a man that's better than your ex-boyfriend was. He was better. He may be taller, he may look better, he may be whatever it is, you see him as better than your last man. Women date up, they don't date down. They don't go from Chris Brown to the janitor. They go to the janitor to Chris Brown. They go up. So you already seen him as a possible viable option that was better than what you already had. And after, I could see if you was like after two months or maybe 2 years or 6 months or something like that, so it took you time to get over somebody. But after 2 weeks, that's instant when we comparing 2 weeks to 3 years. So that's damn near instant. So you already had synced this man and had eyes for him and viewed him as a possible candidate. And when it comes to cheating doesn't mean, well, it's okay now because somebody was doing me wrong. No, if somebody doing you wrong, you leave the relationship and you dead it before you start having eyes or started dealing with anybody else.
But that's what I'm saying that I did though. My bad.
Stop. You're not listening. It's like you're not listening to my other point though. You already had him on the back burner because he was a family friend that you've been knowing for a year.
Probably wasn't even a family friend. These bitches just be saying shit to try to make themselves sound a little bit better. She called Aunt for Aunt to tell her, "Oh, you ain't a bad person," because she knows she is a bad person. That's why she called to get validated that she isn't one. He wasn't a family friend. She was some nigga that he was cheating with, and she finally broke up with her man and got with him officially. And people in her life or her ex-man are shaming her, saying she's a piece of shit for doing what she did, which she is, one. And she was calling into the internet to a stranger to get validation that she's not. That's what all this is.
That's the point that I'm making. It wasn't like this was a dude that you just so happened to meet while you was out at the store and he got your number and then y'all hit it off. We not talking about that. We talking about somebody that you've been knowing for a whole year already, like you said, a family friend. Again, you was finna go into all this about how good he is as a man. You was speaking about his family. I cut it because it's not necessary because my point was already proven. But you was finna go into all this deep ass detail, which means you was paying attention to that. So when you in a relationship, I don't give a what somebody doing. Don't nobody, nobody. You don't have eyes, and you don't start jotting down checkpoints on nobody. You don't start jotting down a standards list when it comes to that. You was already doing that, even though you had a boyfriend. That's cheating. If I'm dealing with a woman, if I'm dealing with you, is your name Nina? Is Nina?
Yeah, it's Nina.
If I'm dealing with you, Nina, and we've been together for 3 years, and I got a girl that I'm talking to, but I know this woman that's a family friend, and I've been knowing her, and
here's another thing. She would fuck Aunt too right now. Even if she talking to the new 2-week dude and just broke up with the 3-year dude. If Aunt was at a party or something, she'd fuck Aunt too. Because she been in a relationship for 3 years. These women, they want to go have some fun now. She was just locked down for 3 years, even though she probably cheated a little in that 3 years. They want to get loose. They was restrained, constrained. I just want to throw that out there. Because she called Aunt because she attracted to him. Not because she give a fuck about what he think about relationships. Because really, she ain't even had no real fucking question. She called in to talk to Aunt. Yeah, this is a trifling bitch, if I had to take a wild guess.
and basically the same as that situation on the other end. That's considered cheating. You know why? Because I'm looking at this woman and I'm taking mental notes about how great she is, how good she is. She's this woman. She come from this. She come from this family. She look good. She go to the gym. I'm already setting myself up to have another option. That's what the cheating come from. Cheating is not just having sex with somebody or talking to somebody. Cheating can also come through emotionally because, again, you internalizing who this person is and you already seeing yourself with them because they got standards that you make with. That's cheating too.
Okay, but I think I was saying that I wasn't really internalizing it while I was in the relationship. I was
after 2 weeks, yes, you was. You hit him up, so of course you was. You hit this man.
Well, yeah, I mean, we seen each other like out. That was how.
Okay, I don't want to. I really don't want to keep going. But fuck it, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'll be right back, and then we'll move on.
So I said I hit him up, but I'm saying like I was the one who was like, hey, like, what's going on type
Regardless
stuff.
if
But I
y'all
get what
send
you're
each
saying.
other out, it don't matter. You still took the initiative. You took the initiative because you had already internalized the positive things about this man and how you could see yourself with him. So it don't matter if it was on Instagram or it was in person. You went up to him and said whatever you said because you already kept a box basically in your heart or in your mind that this man is better than the man that I had or used to have, or the man that I have now or used to have. So you already kept that aside. So yeah.
Okay, so if it was somebody like random that I met 2 weeks later, it wouldn't be the same kind of scenario.
It would be completely different. That's a whole different situation because you don't know nothing about this person. There is no internalized feeling that's there. It's just a random person that you met outside. It'd be different. That ain't the situation we're talking about.
Well, I didn't know that about him before like we started talking. Like I know all this stuff. I didn't. If I said he was a family friend of my cousin, right?
You was finna go into detail about
because I know that now. That's what I'm saying. I was telling you I know that now from talking.
So you didn't know nothing about this man
No.
at all.
No.
So then why would you go up to him then?
Because I was like, okay, he's nice looking. Like it was off of initial attraction that I know somebody.
Okay then, so that's a whole other thing too. Because if he was an ugly that you said you've been knowing for a year, you wouldn't have went up to him, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't go up to a guy I don't know.
Okay then, so we back at square one. This is a from some type of place. What you mean?
All right, my bad. Okay.
And if it was a family friend, you done heard something about the dude. It ain't like you said he a family friend, so it ain't like he's some random on the street that you just didn't know nothing about. You didn't, your family or your friends or whoever has some type of conversation about who this person is, and he probably seemed like he was cool. Again, you was about to go into detail about how great he was. He said he come from this, he come from that. You didn't just figure this out just recently. I'm sure you knew something about this man, but off the rip, you was attracted to him. So there we go.
Attraction in a relationship is considered cheating.
1 second. 1 second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At the Uno 93 super chatted $5, she knew he was next the moment she seen him. She may not 100% know if she will, but she knew she would the moment she saw him.
Thank you for the $5. Somebody on YouTube says she knew he was next the moment she seen him. She may not 100% know if she will, but she would the moment she saw him. So meaning you had already made a mental note of who this man was. Shout out to Chanel with the $10 donation. My son is in boxing and chess now. Good. That's what's gonna get him together. Shout out to you for being a good mom and putting him in there. But the point that's being made is you had already subconsciously internalized something, and I.
All right, let's move on.
These don't really become friendships because they are like failed romantic interests or partnerships. And so you don't continue that relationship.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I think dating, it's like not normal to go from talking to someone so much to never. It's interesting. I know people that stay friends with their exes and really never like revisit that. I think that only works when it's like beta bucks. What's up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are going to react to women dating in their 40s. So 40s is kind of an interesting age for women because the hot women can kind of stick it out till 40. But Pearl, no, they can't. They're barren. Yes, but look, I hate.
I mean, yeah, they can still get fucked. I mean, yeah, or even ugly fat 40-year-old women could get fucked. So I don't know. We'll see what Pearl's talking about. If she's talking about marriage and a motherfucker's trying to build a life with her.
Hate to use celebrity examples. But I feel like 40s is like the last decade. Like no woman is really going to be that hot in her 50s, but a 40-year-old woman can kind of be hot. I hate to use Kim Kardashian as an example, but let's just objectively attractive. Now I get it. She looks weird. Like they might look weird, but they're still, I hate it when guys deny that men like fake stuff to some degree. Because the beauty industry wouldn't spend all that money if it didn't work.
This is why I don't listen to female. I mean, Pearl, I don't got nothing against her. I don't think she's that great of a content creator. Honestly. I don't think there's anything particularly unique about her style or profound about anything she's saying that she didn't just copy from us. She just kind of got a lazy kind of style, and it just seemed like she's on drugs. I don't know. She doing her thing. She doing way better than me. So hey, I guess I can't talk. But it's not okay. Let's go back. Somebody type 114 in the chat. 114 in the chat. It's not that men just want to fuck. It's not that men like fake stuff, but yeah, she looks good enough to fuck. Those are big tits. We don't care if they're fake or real. She got a Coke bottle shape. We don't really care. Men are horny, and yes, most men will fuck what we looking at on the screen. Even if she look a little weird, and even if she old. It's not a testament to old women still being hot. It's a testament to how horny men are and what they'll put their dick in. Which is a little bit of anything on a slow Wednesday night. So, wrong again, Pearl. Wrong again.
Because the beauty industry wouldn't spend all that money if it didn't work. It just wouldn't. Okay, regardless. We're gonna rate the women. So this is a woman who's probably not gonna have a good time dating because she's kind of chopped, right? This is not somebody that aged well.
I'm over here promoting love after 40.
She's this lady's fine. This lady is less chopped than you, Pearl. See, that's another thing about me watching Pearl. Just, she's like a third grader red pillar type shit. Like she just say chopped and cooked every other word. Like it's nothing there really. There's nothing fucking there. This woman, let's just see what Pearl's take is on her.
If it didn't work, it just wouldn't. Okay, regardless. We're gonna rate the women. So this is a woman who's probably not gonna have a good time dating because she's kind of chopped, right? This is not somebody that aged well.
I'm over here.
But no, she's not having a good time dating. It's not because she's chopped. And then once again, I'm gonna say just watch male content creators, fellas. you getting you're getting just bullshit wisdom from the ladies. Okay, her age is playing a part, but it's not really because she's oh so ugly. That's really not why 40 plus women aren't desirable on the dating market. It's just people aren't trying to build a life with a 40-year-old woman, not because she's so ugly. It's what's going on internally and mentally. Bitter, jaded, um, probably don't have that great of a personality, probably just not that good of a person. And that's why she's single at 40. I mean, I don't think it's because 40 plus women are just so unbearably ugly, and that's why men don't want to wife them up. I don't think that's why.
We're gonna rate the women. So this is a woman who's probably not gonna have a good time dating because she's kind of chopped, right? This is not somebody that. Aged well.
I'm over here promoting love after 40, dating after.
Okay, not the worst, not the worst.
40, finding your person after 40 because you've had your trial run, right? Your first marriage or maybe.
I don't know what you got. It's after 40, it's a deal. I mean, at that rate, you are looking to strike a deal. Love is off the table.
You've had more than that. You know what you like, what you don't like. Probably wasn't a trial run at the time, let's be honest. But now that we're out of it, trial run.
See, they're cringy and they don't realize like jokes like men don't take jokes like that lightly after, especially a lot of men got fucked over in a divorce and really got their heart broke because they loved their wives and was willing to stay in forever. So men, that's not going to go over well with men, dingbat. And I'm sure you make jokes like that on a date and men just give you the straight face. Like, not funny, bitch. They're just cringe, man. No self-awareness. That shit is not funny to men. at all.
Be honest. But now that we're out of it, trial run. And then I get these messages from people saying, put myself out there, went on a date, never again. You got to be discerning, people. You got to be discerning.
Okay, I'm sorry. You have so much choice on dating apps, even if it's like less choice. What do you?
They're not going to be good options. See, what guys are still on dating? Okay, let's be honest. The Chads are still the 40 and 50 plus, the James Bond types on dating apps. They're just running through holes. But these women are looking to lock down another fool, and it's just not going to happen. James Bond will fuck you off there, but she's still going to consider that like, oh, he was just looking to get laid, of course. And then if they start swiping on more average Joe 40, plus year old men, they're not going to like the baggage those men come with. They're just not going to like it. So that's 40 plus women's, problem on the dating market. Either it's a super hot guy out of my league who just want to fuck me, or it's a guy who's closer to my league who got a bunch of, baggage and other shit going on. And that's why he's still on dating apps at this age.
Complaining about? You just have to show up.
Because I'm divorced. The first 3 years after I was divorced, I did all the things, right? Went to therapy, healed myself, got in shape, started eating right.
Of course, they always get in shape for the new guy after the divorce. After you didn't gave the bitch everything mentally, emotionally, financially, now she'll get in shape. You can't make it up, man. That shit is so gross to me. They won't put that effort in for their husband, for the dude that gave them everything. That's crazy. But they'll get in shape for the dude who's just gonna come on their face and never call them again. He's worth getting in shape for. Can't make it up, everybody. You really can't make it up.
All while full-time caring for my 2 children, supporting them with minimal to no financial assistance.
Okay, she's gonna have an easier time dating because, better looking. She's in shape.
She's not better. Okay, let's do this. I don't think she's better looking. 240. I don't think she's better looking. I think men would prefer how she looks over this other woman. See, Pearl trying to make it like everything's about looks. It's not. And then I also don't know if this woman here got kids or not. So that's going to make a big difference too. To me, this woman here looks younger than this woman. I don't know if it's the neck or what, but I think you got it wrong again, Pearly.
What are you complaining about? You apps, even if it's like less choice. What are you complaining about? You just have to show up.
Because I'm divorced. The first 3 years after I was divorced, I did them with minimal to no financial assistance.
Okay, she's gonna have an easier time dating because, better looking. She's in shape. This is what I mean. She's still cute, right?
From their dad.
She's still above a 5, I would say. Not by much, 5.2, but yeah.
Volunteering at the PTA and the Girl Scouts.
I would love to know what Pearl thinks she is. I really would love to know that.
While working my full-time job. And after 3 years, I felt like, I'm really good. I'm feeling great about myself. I have a great life. And I don't really need a relationship, which is probably the right time for me to start dating. So because now I could feel like I wanted one and not needed one. So created a dating profile, got out there, started seeing people, saw a few people a few times. Nobody was really like blowing my skirt up or anything.
You don't. It's funny. It's always men are never good enough, right? Men aren't good enough for some old fucking nutty single mom. Like nobody blew my skirt up. No, those men aren't gonna be checking for you. And even if a guy does blow your skirt up, far as looks, he's gonna be one of those guys that doesn't ask you any questions on the date. Cause it's like, can we get to the bedroom already? I don't care about your kids or your divorce, about your Pilates or none of that stupid shit. How long before you're gagging on my cock? They really don't get it. Women really don't get it, man. We think Pearl is a 5. Like, I'm not trying to shit on Pearl. I'm not. I just don't find Pearl attractive, and that's okay. I really want to give Pearl. Look. I don't want to. I'm not. I don't. I'm not trying to be mean about looks. It's fine. Okay, Pearl, a 5. All right, fine, Pearl.
Started seeing people, saw a few people a few times. Nobody was really like blowing my skirt up or anything. Well, maybe they did, but
Yeah, yeah. Maybe somebody. Yeah, they blew something up your skirt. The load. Yeah, these women. That's one thing they gonna get. You think she got in shape to not get no hard dick? What the fuck? Think she put all that work in the gym to not get piped down? Got to be kidding. And I don't find this woman here with the black tank top. I don't find her attractive at all. I wouldn't even give her. I would give her below a 5. And I'm not saying it to be mean, but I'm just saying, like, ma'am, like, no, you're an older 4. Like, but you know what? Let me not say that. It's not all about that. Like I said, well, it is about that for the top 5% guys. It's not all about that, but that's way more important to the top 5% guys. And we know those are the guys she's swiping on.
nobody was really giving full relationship.
Yeah, because again, you have to work a lot harder at 40 to get a relationship, because you're not only competing with younger women, better women in every day way, you're competing with men's alone time and their peace. And you know, if you're dating guys your age, they might get out of a divorce, and like the silence is just so amazing
to me. And I was having a good time, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just they don't get it. They're men. Nah, we just want the silence. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'll play something else, and I'll be right back.
You said he. There's a girl having a little bit of a hissy fit in her car now over what happens in her gym sessions, which are pretty interesting. Let's get that back up over here. I got a few tabs open. That's better. There we go. Cooperate. All right. Let's have a listen to what she's got to say here. It's a very short clip, and I'll add you some context and commentary from the Unplugged Mindset.
Let's normalize not talking to people at the gym, okay? I came here to lift. I came here to sweat. I came here to listen to Chevelle. Please do not interrupt my lifting session to ask for my Instagram or my phone number. This is not a place for talking, babe. If you want to talk, go join a fucking book club. Thank you. Let's normalize.
All right. Let's normalize not bothering me at the gym. Now, I have a conversation about gym girls and what they do, because literally, I mean, I think the women at strip joints are probably covered up more and dressed better than what a lot of these chicks are wearing at the gym nowadays. Not a lot of clothing, you know, for being honest, and a lot of hair and makeup and done, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, Myron mentioned here, hitting on girls at the gym is a waste of time 90% of the times. They most of the time go there for attention, take pictures of their thought outfits and attires, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. The translation that I'd like to offer you to sort of contemplate here is that women only want to be hit on by the guys that they're strongly attracted to. The rest of you can go away. That's essentially what it boils down to. If she's strongly attracted to you, she wants you to hit on her. She wants you to make an approach. She wants you to ask for her number. She wants you to take her out on a date. She wants to be wine, dine, 69, and all that good stuff. She wants it all. But the problem is that women are not attracted to a lot of the guys that approach them. Now, interestingly, if you take a look around at most gyms, I would say it's probably about, depending on the time of day that you go and where your gym's at, it's probably something like a 20-to-1 ratio. I'm going to throw these on. I had these made specially because they're a little more of a smoke fade so I can deal with all my bright lights. So depending on the time of day that you show up and you go to the gym, you could have something like
I wonder if it's that signal too.
Okay, so let's talk about Pearl for a second. Hold on. Once. So yeah, okay. Pearl is 29 years old. Oh, rest in peace, Dolly Parton. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. I mean, she's a legend. She's an icon. R.I.P. She seemed like she was cool. You know, I always hear good things about her. Yeah, R.I.P. So Pearl, somebody already exposed Pearl. I don't have the clip, but she was on a podcast and she folded too. She fucking folded. He was basically like, "Well, you're pushing 30 and you've never been married and you're kind of in the spotlight and that's not really traditional." And he broke her down. She didn't. He basically was saying, "Well, you're basically everything you talk shit about in women." And she was like, "Well, I don't." And he basically was like, "Well, would a man be settling for you?" And she couldn't answer it. So yeah, she's already been exposed. Because he basically say, "Well, based on your philosophy, wouldn't you qualify for a lower tier man?" And she froze up. Yeah, from what I hear, she seemed like a sweetheart, Dolly Parton, and I always hear people saying positive things about her. So yeah, definitely R.I.P. Dolly. Um, what was I about to say? So Pearl, I mean, she does say we, like when she talks about modern women, she puts herself in that because she is a part of that. So it's kind of, is it hypocritical to be a punk bitch but make a whole? I'm not saying it like that, but you know what I mean. To be a punk bitch and make a living talking shit about punk bitches. Fuck it. Yeah, it is what it is. I ain't knocking it. Or am I? And I gotta see what this goofy shit is, because this goofy ass broad is running around. What the hell is this shit?
Here. Let's go back to this. Can I ask you a question? Who is he here with? Himself?
His mom, dog.
Is he with his
Come on, man. Let that nigga live, bro. He here with his people.
He here with his mom. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Let's back this up.
Back it up.
Now, you had earlier said that you don't know what. Is this? What? Is he here? What's going on? It's your boy Ace Metaphor.
I hate the coming up section of YouTube videos now. I think I did it on a couple of my videos, but I haven't lately. Or maybe I know how to do it right. Well, yeah, I know how to do the coming up right. To me, the coming up section should be 10 seconds max. These motherfuckers be having 45-second coming up segments.
And this is the Tonight's Conversation podcast live in DC. DC, make some noise!
They gotta split that tonight's conversation bag up a whole lot of ways. How many motherfuckers on stage? I mean, they filled the place out. But man, hold on. Fuck it, we ain't even gonna go there. But yeah, they gotta split that bag up a nice amount of ways.
All right, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Shelly. I'm from New York, so what's up?
What up?
It's gonna be a hell no for me, dog. Just off the I'm from New York, so what up? And a tattoo on her hand. Like it's gonna be a hell no. See, it's only a certain before she even asks her question. I already know it's gonna be a bullshit nigga, because only a bullshit nigga would entertain this bitch for a millisecond, even for a fling. She big, brutish, masculine, and got a tattoo on her hand. Yeah, only fuck niggas would entertain this.
So my situation is a bit complicated. So, I was dating, or I am. I really don't know, to be honest. But
You are or you aren't?
I am. I don't. To be honest, I don't know. But
That part gonna fuck you up, ain't it?
So I'm gonna just say I'm not. I'm not dating this 36-year-old father anymore. Up to 2 weeks ago, and the reason being is because things were fine up until 2 weeks ago when he brought me over to his mother house. And to make a long story short, the place was not the way I would have thought it would have looked. And I basically told him that I would prefer not to be fucking in your mother's crib. And he kind of felt offended by what I had said.
He lives with his mom.
Yes.
Oh, how old is this man?
36. He's 36.
Okay.
And I'm 20. I just turned 25.
Before we go further, can we discuss this?
Okay.
Man,
I don't know why she got that stupid. Hold on, let's go back. I don't know why. Hold on.
The place felt offended. It was not the way I would have thought it would have looked. And I basically told him that I would prefer not to be fucking in your mother's crib. And he kind of felt offended by what I had said.
he lives with his mom.
Yes.
Oh, how old is this man?
He's 36.
Okay.
And I'm 20. I just turned 25.
Before we go further, can we?
So this bitch over here on the left, she done been through them streets hard and heavy too. You didn't did some shit like this too. I don't know why you perching your lips up. But let's continue.
Can we discuss this?
Well, yeah, you qualify for a 36-year-old man who live in his mom's basement. Because you're big, you're brutish, and you got a tattoo on your hand.
Okay.
Mandy, have you ever, as an adult woman, have you ever?
Don't do it as an adult, because yes, in your 20s, you fucking men with roommates that live with their mama on an air mattress on the floor. You're in your.
Okay, the lady on the left, you don't need to make no faces too, because what type of shit have you done? Never mind.
20s, so baby, I love that you have standards. Baby, in my 20s, I wasn't. At 36, though, I think a man living with his mom is a red flag.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think nothing about it, because I'm just like, I understand rent is high or whatever, so I'm just like, you know, your situation is your situation. But the reason why I said that is because I moved out of New York when I was 24. I live on my own, and I pay my bills, and I do my stuff.
I got you. So here's the thing. Before let's contextualize this.
Let's do that.
AC, 36-year-old man living with his mom. Is that a red flag?
That shit is a major red flag. Don't get me wrong, like if we talking about 21, 20, he just got out the crib, he trying to establish some credit, get a little money saved for a house, get a little money saved for a car.
Man, I'm tired of these bitch ass motherfuckers, man, talking about, look, I get it, but then I don't get it. Man, times is fucking hard, and everybody don't sell dope, and everybody can't be a successful content creator. So I ain't with all this like judging people's situations. I'm just not, because it's always a fucking content creator or a motherfucker who became a millionaire or something. Like, you know what I mean? Talking about, no, that's just unacceptable. Man, shut your bitch ass up. SABU. What is it? Shut your bitch. SYBAU. Like, I'm just. It's always a fucking rapper or a content creator talking about, no, that's just not acceptable. Motherfuckers out here grinding, doing construction work and working at McDonald's on the side to just pay rent, and it's always a bitch ass motherfucker who do content or rap, who made it as a rapper, or just happened to be in the NFL talking about, no, that just ain't acceptable at 36, man. Shut the fuck up.
Get a little money saved for a house, get a little money saved for a car. That's different. 36, you a grown-ass man. And as a grown-ass man, we got to establish our own kingdom. And this is, again, like a lot of men be forgetting what our role in a relationship is, bro. It's to facilitate and it's to create infrastructure for a woman to walk into.
So you can get fucking cheated on and disrespected and poked in your forehead. Shut the fuck up, man. I'm getting annoyed for real. Like,
Forgetting what our role in a relationship is, bro. It's to facilitate and it's to create infrastructure for a woman to walk into. If I'm living with my mama, I haven't done that. Therefore, I should not be dating until I'm in a position to create infrastructure for the woman to walk into.
You shouldn't even be slanging dick. You need to go get a job.
Whoa.
I'm not going. No. I ain't gonna hold you. There needs to be some.
well, where's the accountability for on the bitch's side who letting them slang dick to her? Yeah, then can't have that, can we?
Sort of landscape here where you have to realize you are putting your priorities in the wrong motherfucking place, and you shouldn't be trying to get in some coochie if you ain't got a goddamn job and ain't got a pot to piss in.
Can you imagine?
You gotta
hold on, whoa. Can you imagine how good that nigga whispers in your ear?
Don't do this.
When he fucking in his mama's house. That nigga writing your shit. Whose dick is this motherfucker? Whose dick is this shit? Yeah.
And he gotta whisper because his mom is in the next room.
Exactly.
All I'm gonna say is this. I done got fucked good in my husband's grandma basement a few times.
These people are deplorable. Why would you say that? Because it's just black people. I don't want to put it on all black people, but you know.
And we are, respectfully, I agree with you on the fact that a man is supposed to have his stuff together on a certain level before, trying to get serious with somebody. But I'm going to take a little bit out of Trip book on this one and say people are living with their parents long term for different reasons right now. People ain't got these jobs, these high-paying careers that we all have to live in this facade-ass world and we all make $150K a year. That shit is not true, bro. So I think to dig deeper, yes, could living with your mom be a red flag? It absolutely could be a red flag. But dig deeper in that situation. Is he freshly divorced? Is that why he back home? Is he paying student loans? Is that why he's back home? Like, it's different situations that can make that make sense in my world.
Hey.
Real quick, one moment. You said you're 24?
I'm 20. I was 20. I just turned 25 a couple months ago.
Yeah,
fuck with the money niggas.
No. Him being 36 messing with you is because nobody his age will fuck with him.
No, that's cope, because you an old bitch. She's better than you. She's younger, fresher, less trauma. That's your cope that you trying to deal with this shit. Just face it, bitch. She's better than you.
She's very clear.
No.
Let's be very clear. That's why he's even inviting you over, because you're not gonna demand much of a bitch our age. Baby, what are you doing?
She's not wrong.
First of all,
that's why. 24.
Listen, I don't live with my mom. My mom lives with me. Okay, Trip, did you have something?
Yeah, and it's not even that I disagree with any of the things that were set up here, but I think we done did enough stomping on whatever hypothetical nigga or whatever dude you talking about.
Well, he not hypothetical. He actually in the building.
I think the bigger problem, even if he is here, the bigger problem.
He here.
Nah, hold up. Before we do the drama. Nah, before we do the drama and shit, cuz before we do the drama. But before we do the drama, we can get into that in a second.
I didn't know he was gonna be here. It was just out of coincidence.
Because we not talking about him right now. We've done enough of that. The problem is you, or was you. And let me speak to you, and let me speak to any woman that may be in a situation.
Copy.
You are not wrong for wanting somebody to match your speed. I think we spent a lot of time focusing on why he don't match your speed instead of focusing on the fact that he just doesn't match it. It's nothing. We don't have to condemn Brody because of his situation. You feel me? Like that's the easy thing to do. The harder thing for most people to do is to stand on their shit. And you standing on yours. And that's what has to continue. You have to.
But why does she qualify for a nigga with his shit together and she done been getting fucked by basement pookies, porch pookies since she was 15? And let me guess, now that she has a job in her own place, she deserves this high value man. Fuck out of here. She was with who she qualified for, with tattoos on her hand as a big bitch, a nigga that stayed with his mom. She on point. She on her level. And I don't give a fuck if the bitch go back and get 3 PhDs and get a job paying $250K. The nigga that stayed with his mom is still her level. And guess what? The level gonna keep going down as she age with a fucking tattoo on her hand, and she just gonna get bigger. Yeah, so when she hit 30 with 3 PhDs and a $500,000 net in business, she gonna qualify for a nigga who don't even stay with his mom. He don't got a place at all. It's the standards got to keep going down.
Continue to make that the trend in your life. It doesn't matter if you 25 and that's when you came into the realization of your standards. It don't matter if you 35. You feel me? If you want somebody that matches the money moves that you make, has the ambition that you make, go for that. It doesn't matter why they don't have it, bruh. If he lived with his mama, if he had his own. Here's the thing, bro. Because living with your mom, like, that's one thing. Men can be a bum and have money.
Where they at?
Like, bro, you can be a nigga that got a bag and don't actually pay attention to your lady. You could be a nigga with a bag that think having money is everything in the relationship. You can be a bum ass nigga and still have a bag. You feel me? Like, so I'm not. Again, if the man don't match your speed, spend a lot less time investigating why he doesn't match it, and a whole lot more time running your race and finding people that run at your speed.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that question. You said he here. Let's go back to this. Can I ask you a question? Who is he here with? Himself?
His mom, dog.
Is he with his?
True.
Come on, man. Let that nigga live, bro. He here with his people.
He here with his mom. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Let's back this up.
Back it up.
Now, you had earlier said that you don't know what. Is this what?
Wait.
Is he here? Is he here?
Whoa! Wait, look at her face. Look at her face.
Is he here? Hold on, somebody. Is he here? I want to know. All right, everybody sit down. He ain't here. Everybody sit on down. He not here.
Ooh,
now,
messy. Look,
here's what I was about to say.
These niggas really living the dream, though. I mean, I probably should move on. But, man, motherfuckers who can make a living. I mean, it's ups and downs to everything. But motherfuckers who could just make a living just traveling around and talking shit on stage. And they making, good. I'm pretty sure they're making, like, pretty good money. Definitely in the 6 figure. Let's just say 250,000. That shit is a blessing, man. To just go around and talk shit to people. That's the life. Let's move on from that silly shit. Let's see.
Two other women that I'm team women. Although my student Michaela, she's designing a scale of opposite sex hatred. And what's amazing, speaking of scales, no scale exists to measure sexism in both sexes.
Wow.
Okay, now let's talk about this woman's looks real quick. So she's not really attractive, but I would date her. Like, I don't find her so unattractive that I wouldn't date her if she was a complete sweetheart. But chances are she's not. But I just wanted to point that out. But the thing I want to point out is as I do sometimes. Back in the 90s, a chick like this would have just rolled it out with the first halfway nice dude that tried to holler at her and rolled off in the sunset. But the internet, got women like this heads blew up.
So you can never, no one has ever compared whether men or women are more sexist. Guess which one is more sexist?
Which one?
Women. Women hate men more than men hate women. Totally in line with.
It's just the case that modern women are happier to choose singlehood than risk choosing a costly mate. And if you look at modern relationships, there's this.
Oh my gosh, men are better. There's way more good men in the dating market than good women. Like, shut your bitch ass up too, sir. Oh, my women would rather stay single than settle for a costly mate, man. Shut the fuck up. You know why you should shut the fuck up, sir? I don't know why I'm angry. I'm angry this stream, guys. I don't know why. So, y'all heard me say this a trillion times. Little girls know at 6 who the good boys are who will never do anything wrong, make great fathers, marry them, build them a house from scratch. They know from 6, let alone 16, 26, 36, and 46. So I don't want to hear this shit. Damn near every woman got suitable husbands in their inbox right now, and they know exactly who they are and exactly what nice girl act to put on for 6 months to get them to marry them. So I don't want to hear this fucking horse shit, man. Women would rather stay single than just date a costly man. They know how to not date a costly man. I can't stand these clueless fucking simps, man. Like, they starting to get on my nerves. Nothing against the brother personally, but I'm just frustrated at what he's saying. No, I don't want to promote hate or nothing. I don't hate him. I love him as a child of God, but this shit is frustrating.
And if you look at modern relationships, there's this pathway towards a long-term committed relationship that has to go through this ambiguity, that goes through this kind of uncertainty of dealing with fuckboys, going on these dates, getting spurned by men, because the
Did that nigga say getting spurned by men? Let's just say getting spurned. We might have to adopt that, y'all. We might just have to adopt that. And you know what? I got a new meme to premiere that I almost forgot. I got a new meme to premiere, so hold on. Let me see if I can add it without. Let's see. I'll be right back. Hmm.
I'm living my nightmare. It is a monster. It's in my head. I'm living my nightmare. It's in my head. I'm out of air.
There we have it, everybody. The 5 walls of female failure. Let's see it one more time since it's a world premiere. Replay. One more time.
I'm living my nightmare. It is a monster. It's in my head. I'm living my nightmare. It's in my head. I'm out of air.
Shout out to J Boogie 10. Shout out to J Boogie 10. He says, take women's R's away and every man becomes high value. And it's true. It's probably not going to happen, but it's true. What were we just looking at?
Here we go. Hey, boo, what's your name? Ariana?
Gosh.
Modern mating market allows for deceptive men to pursue a deceptive strategy at unprecedented rates. It's incredible. Like, you have unprecedented levels of anonymity, access to millions of potential mates. So for the first time in history, you can actually pursue a purely short-term deceptive mating strategy without weathering many of the classic costs that you would have. Her kin and her friends are no longer really going to take revenge on you because you live in a city millions of miles away from them. They don't know who you are. And you just move city. And
Yeah, he's telling us everything we already know. We can skip that. Let me see what this dude talk about real quick. We're gonna do a Kendra. Please get the donations up. My channel only make $27 a month outside of donations. All your donations are greatly appreciated. Cash App, PayPal pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Yeah, we're gonna do a Kendra here pretty soon.
Is that if you, and all I'm gonna say is that if you got somebody at home, just go ahead and work it out. Just go. If you already got somebody, do not try to come out here in these dating streets. I'm warning you. Just go ahead and do what y'all need to do to make it work, and leave it as that. Don't try to come out here and think you about to waltz and dilly dally into some love story fantasy, cause it is not out here.
Well, at your age, for men your age, men shouldn't still believe in the fairy tale fantasy. Even if you meet a great woman, who even RB Sensei says is a great woman, it's far from a fantasy. It's not just modern times. The fantasy never really existed. And yeah, love can still be worth it. A relationship can still be worth it. But it's far from a fantasy. Even the best relationship in the world.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Listen, I figured I'd come on here. As you can tell by the title, I got ghosted. I got stood up.
Oh yeah, what's up with the beard, bro? Like, shave that shit up, make that shit look nice. Like, the shit look crazy. Now, there's a way you can shave it up where it look nice and neat. So I don't understand. Maybe it's the choker chain. I don't know. Now, I'm not roasting wherever you live, but it looked like, I'm not gonna say you fat. You don't look fat. Look like you might work out a little bit, so I ain't gonna say you fat. The apartment looked basic, which is fine. But if you trying to date black women, you know that's probably gonna be a problem. If you're just a regular earning dude, high chance you're gonna get ghosted. The beard didn't help, but let's see what happened.
On a date, all of this happened within 24 hours. So this is just fresh on the dome, as they say. So earlier this week, I got on Hinge. Now, I really don't use Hinge like that. Like, Hinge usually do not work for me. I will explain why in a whole separate other video coming this week, right? But I will say, when I use Hinge in like other cities, because I told y'all, like, I have switched my location to the city that I'm thinking about moving to, and it has just been different. Now, I'm not going to say it has been like magically better, but just different. Like, a little bit more options, a little bit more interactions, but
Okay, I could tell that he's. I mean, he doesn't sound like a hood dude. He sounds articulate. Sound like he might have a brain in the skull. So that's already gonna turn off a lot of black women, especially ones who's still on the dating market after 25. So that's probably another thing that was working against him. And I'm just curious on what type of women he's swiping on. I'm just dating black women. Period is just a waste of fucking time, in my opinion. Maybe a chubby white girl, a chubby 5 white girl, would be more of his speed, get better results. Whatever. Let's continue.
it has been like magically better, but just different. Like a little bit more options, a little bit more interactions, but of course, just as comes to play. There was actually one girl that I had matched with, and I think I talked about this in another video, in the city, and I was telling her like, yo, I'm moving to the city. I'm planning to move there next year. Just hold on for me. Hold it down, you know?
What the fuck was that? I'm not roasting, bro, but I'm looking at everything from the female perspective. Let's see it again. Did he do anything like this on a date or say anything like this through text or over the phone?
Just as comes to play. There was actually one girl that I had matched with, and I think I talked about this in another video, in the city, and I was telling her like, yo, I'm moving to the city. I'm planning to move there next year. Just hold on for me. Hold it down, you know?
I'm just gonna let it ride.
And she was like, no, you know? But anyway, anytime I put Hinge to the city that I am in now, I have no idea, like, it just never works. So to my surprise, earlier this week, I was on the app, and I came across this girl, this black girl, because I love black women, and I was just like, okay. I looked at her profile. She was beautiful. She was physically appealing.
Yeah, bro. I could already just know. Y'all already know my stance on women who are. She was probably bad. I mean, based on how we just described her, she was probably a blatantly attractive woman. May have even been fit. Like, I want to see how I want to approach this, because I was talking about this, I think, earlier today on the stream from earlier. Yeah, attractive women. I'm just not interested. 5 or 6 at best. I'm getting that she was an 8 or 9, or maybe an 8. Let's just say an 8 or 9 to him. Or no, we'll say objectively an 8 or 9. Chances are, bro, I'll put it like this. If you the type of guy who get the results you want from 8s and 9s, you know it. And you don't, and I can just tell he's not that dude just by the way he's talking about dating. He's not that dude that has women who are 8s and 9s messaging him talking about I used to be in the circus and swords aren't the only thing I can swallow. He's not that type of dude that get that type of energy from women who look that good. So a lot of men are delusional too. If he's hitting up 8s, 9s, and 10s, he's delusional. I'm not saying it's impossible, but come on, bro, read the room or something. Cause you really gotta just be real with yourself. Ask yourself, if she an 8, 9, or 10, bro, she got celebrities in her inbox. She got, even non-celebrities who just tall, look good, and got a little money. Like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm saying women who are 8, 9s, and 10s are better than most men. I don't believe that. The woman that he's talking about, he's better than on character levels, on intellect levels, the shit that really count. He's out of her league. But the world don't run off that. The world don't run off that. Because the fact can be like, okay, I can hit up a woman who's a 10 out of 10. And I know I'm better than the bitch in the ways that matter the most in life, right? But if she don't agree, even if it's true, but if she don't see it that way, there's not going to be a connection. It don't matter if it's true that I'm better than her. If she don't see it that way, there's nothing popping off. Right? So if he's hitting up 8, 9s, and 10s, look, I get why he's failing. I get why he's failing. But I just think that should be common sense, man. It should just be common sense. That you got to meet certain type of criteria to pull 8, 9s, and 10s as a man. I'm not saying he's ugly, but he's not. Bitches ain't turning their head to look at him at the club. And like I said, it's not a diss, but I'm just being honest. I ain't saying bitches turning their head to look at me. But I'm aware of that and I move accordingly. It's not low self-esteem. I live in reality. I mean, it don't seem like you got a lot of money. You're not a model. So why would an 8, 9, or 10 be interested? Just logically. Just work with me, bro. Your beard look messy. Why would an 8, 9, or 10 woman give you that energy that you looking for? You got to make shit make sense, man. And once again, I'm not saying it's impossible for him to work on himself and work his way up to where 8, 9s, and 10s is looking at him or whatever, or giving him that energy. But he should know now this ain't it.
This black girl, because I love black women, and I was just like, okay. I looked at her profile. She was beautiful. She was physically appealing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but she was attractive. And so then I scrolled and I saw that she did not have kids. So I was like, okay, that's a plus, and then I scrolled a little bit down, and one of the main things that I look for is when it says religion. What does it say? So I saw it said Christian, spiritual. And I said, we not gonna do too much. Just calm down, Mark. We're not gonna do too much, okay? So I was,
Bro, so he got a little feminine characteristics. I don't know. Maybe he was raised by his mama. I don't know. That definitely ain't helping his cause in the dating market. But bro, before you start eliminating her, dude, you think she would be into you? Let's just continue.
was like, okay, Christian, spiritual. Maybe that just means she's filled with the Spirit of the Lord. She's full of the Holy Ghost. Let's just hope, I saw that on her, on one of her prompts on her profile, it says the easiest way to win me over is to not waste my time. So I swiped up on that response and I responded, okay, well then let's not waste time. My name is Mark. And so instantly she matched. Instantly. Probably like 5 minutes later. But instantly, not too long from there, she matched and she was like, ooh, I love this energy. I love how you came with that type of energy. Literally what she said. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now, if you are a guy, you know how Hinge works. You can match with a girl and all of a sudden she die. All of a sudden she go ghost. All of a sudden she don't have her notifications. Or all of a sudden she forgot she's on the app and you don't get the response. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get on there just to get matches. They rack them up just for their ego. But this particular girl, no, she was not doing that. She was not doing that. She actually was engaging in the conversation. So it was a little bit like, we was like small talk. We started off small talking. I wanted to make sure that she was in the same city that I was in. All right, my bad. I had to go put a shirt on. Hold on, this is still right. But anyway, so I made sure she was in the same city. And she was like, yeah, because sometimes Hinge will match you with somebody that is an hour away and make it seem like the person lives around the corner, right? So this was not the case. So I'm like,
see, I feel for my brothers, man, because my brothers don't got bitches. They don't got bitches. And I ain't saying I got a bunch of bitches, but I'm just saying, like, the difference is I'm not. Look, I don't give a fuck at this point. So it's just a different energy. But he's out searching for his mate, his Christian beauty. I- just because, see, men don't get any action. So if a bitch conversate with him for a couple of days, oh my, I found her. I finally found her. God, thank you, Lord. I finally found. No, the bitch might have just been bored. It ain't that deep for these women, bro. See, men gotta think. If you think you're the only one that thought she was cute and had a nice ass, she got an inbox full, bro, and a phone full of at least 6 niggas she talking to right now. Maybe one of the niggas she really liked was acting funny or having texting her back, and you giving her some energy to make her feel better until the guy she really liked texts her back. You didn't find like dudes get too happy too quick because a bitch sent them 5 messages back and forth on the app.
hold on, this is still right. But anyway, so I made sure she was in the same city. And she was like, yeah, because sometimes Hinge will match you with somebody that is an hour away and make it seem like the person lives around the corner, right? So this was not the case. So I'm like, okay, cool. She's Christian.
Let me say this real quick. I get it, man. Men are visual. Men gotta let this pretty shit go. You're not. Look, I'm gonna just talk to 90% of men. You're not gonna get a pretty girlfriend. You're gonna get an average looking girlfriend at best, or maybe somewhat, sort of, kind of cute. Just, I need more. I need at least 85% of men to get it through their fucking head. You not getting some cutie as a girlfriend or a wife. You're just not. And even if you do, let me not even go there. If men want companionship, especially in today's dating market, if you not cool with a chubby 5, retire. Because if you one of them niggas who can pull a 8, 9, or 10, trust me, you know it, and you've been doing it since junior high. It ain't no debate about it. When you that nigga, trust me, these women will let you know you that nigga. King 6'8", whatever his name is, King 6'8" the Great. Bitches don't hesitate. But I ain't even mean for that to rhyme bars. But they don't hesitate to come up to him and ask for his number, ask if she got an Instagram. Damn, I want to ride that dick. They don't. They not shy about letting him know he's that nigga. So to my dudes who not that nigga, which is the overwhelming majority of men, just holler at your chubby 5 and get down the road, please. The point I want to make on this commercial break is, bro, my message to men: it's not worth talking to a bitch who ain't super duper into you. Now, granted, in this story so far, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because I know it's gonna end in him getting ghosted, and the story already sound fugazi parts of it. Not that he's lying, but I know it's just some bullshit from the start. But the point I want to make is, it's not worth talking to a chick unless she's really, really into you. And for most guys, a 8, 9, or 10 is not going to be really, really into you because you just got such a great personality. That's just not how it works. But let's continue. And see, I think that's the problem with a lot of dudes too. And this is something I had to grow out of. Women don't like. A woman's not going to genuinely love you and be with you for the rest of your life because you just got such a great personality and good heart. That's not how women work. I mean, you can have a good personality and a good heart that a woman like, but that's not what keep a woman with a man for 50 years. It's just not. What do you have to offer a bitch? That's what they're about. And then if you're a good person on the back end, that just add to the allure and add to her liking you or whatever. But for the most part, are you tall? Are you sexy? Can you protect her? Can you provide a life for her? Shit like that, especially when you're getting up in age and you ain't 21, 22 no more. You got to give a bitch something to respect, man. It ain't about your personality and your good heart. You gotta, like, if you want a girlfriend, she wants something to attach to. She want a program to get on. She want a lifestyle to be a part of. She wants something to help you build. But if you ain't building shit, you just got a good heart. It's just not enough, bro. It's not enough, even for the chubby 5, honestly. But let's continue.
Holding this is still right. But anyway, so I made sure she was in the same city. And she was like, yeah, because sometimes Hinge will match you with somebody that is an hour away and make it seem like the person lives around the corner, right? So this was not the case. So I'm like, okay, cool. She's Christian. She's attractive. She ain't got no kids. She live in the city. And she responding back in a timely manner. Like, quickly. Oh, it's a go, right? So we started talking through the DMs. And I just was just like, I think this was probably like Tuesday or whatever. Probably like Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'm like, you're like, hey, like, what are you doing this weekend? Because I knew this weekend I was getting paid. I had a little extra money. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, like, let's progress this. Because I feel like one of the things when it comes to dating apps, I feel like the goal should always be to progress the interaction up out the DMs. I just feel like you should not be in the DMs talking to somebody for 2 and 3 weeks. Like, no, like, y'all should be exchanging numbers.
I agree, and I would say, how do I'm trying to put a time limit on it of how long to stay in a bitch DM. I mean, y'all talking, she giving you a little energy back. I would say no more than 2 days, and that's probably pushing it. But yeah, 2 days. We didn't send 5 messages back and forth for 2 days. You seen my picture. We didn't got to know the basics. What's up? Let me get that number. Oh, I don't give my number out. Blocked. Cause she give her number out to 6'4" niggas with chiseled jaws and look like they got a little bit of money. So blocked. If you don't want to give me your number after we done chopped it up on here a little bit, then I'm cool. I ain't about to play this game with you. You don't like me like that. Thank you for helping me not waste my time.
I feel like there should be a phone call and a FaceTime. Like, you should make every effort to progress the interaction. In my opinion, in the first 3 days. In the first 3 days, you should make every effort to progress the interaction up out the DM so that y'all can meet, so that y'all can see, hey, are we compatible? Like, do we like this or not, right? So that's what I was doing. I was being intentional, you know? I'm sorry. I didn't know that was so wrong, you know?
Yeah, his confidence is lacking too. And you know, shout out to Sheila. Yeah, you're right, Sheila. Sheila says that you're hearing it from a woman's mouth. If she keeps you in the DM, she don't like you. Facts. Absolutely facts. Um, and here's another thing, especially if you dating women over 30, I'm not breaking down your walls, bitch. I don't care who hurt you in the past. I'm not breaking down no walls. So if you got walls up, blocked. Anyway, um you ain't ready to date if you got walls up. But I could tell that his confidence isn't up. And y'all know what I said. If your confidence ain't up, don't even try to date. Get your confidence up and then come back to the dating market. If you don't believe you, that bitch, if you don't believe in you, that bitch definitely ain't gonna believe in you. Cause she looking for a reason to not believe in you. And you giving her a reason. If you stuttering and sound like you ain't too sure of yourself, just hang it up, work on your confidence, then come back.
So I say to her, like, listen, I would really love to take you out this weekend. Let's meet up. So she instantly said, I would love that too. I cannot wait to meet you. Smiley face. Here is my number. Text me and tell me the details. So I was like, cool. So I told her, I was like, well, when I get the details, I will let you know. So there is this upscale taco Mexican spot, you know, that I was going to take her to on Friday when I got off work around about 6:30 to 7 o'clock. I was already downtown. So I was just like, you know, let's just meet up there, right? I text her the details and I text her and I said, hey, this is Mark from Hinge. And she was like, hey, heart, glad to hear from you. How was your day? So I sent her the details and I was like, hey.
So let's just stop real quick. We're gonna let it play. So it's sounding cool so far. Like it sounds like there is some type of interest. Um, she gave him her number. So okay, so it's fair to say that she had some type of interest. But you also got to keep in mind, man. He said she looked good. Bro, how many dates did she set up this week? You got to keep that in mind too, man. If you're dealing with a good looking woman, man, you think you're not the only guy in her inbox. You're not the only guy trying to get trying to get a pretty girl's Friday night. See, these ghostings are the worst. I already know what's coming, and these are the worst. Because it's one thing if a bitch is kind of giving you the signs that she ain't really feeling you, and you ignore them and get ghosted. That's one thing. But when they really acting like they really into this and then ghost you, that hurts. That fucking hurts, man. Especially when you ain't got no hoes and you got excited and all that. Ah.
I text her and I said, hey, this is Mark from Hinge. And she was like, hey, heart, glad to hear from you. How was your day? So I sent her the details.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna press play, but you're not even supposed to remember all this shit. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to be talking to see it's hard because men got to swipe on 1,000 bitches to get this. What we hearing about? The average man got to swipe on 1,000 bitches to even get to this point. So my advice of having a bunch of bitches on deck, most men just don't have the option to have bitches on deck. But it hurts me to hear him detailing every heart emoji. Like, I feel him, man. I've been here at one point. I feel for him, but damn. Men gotta date down. I don't know why men don't get it. He gonna learn. You gotta date down, bro. You got a date down.
Right? I text her the details, and I text her and I said, "Hey, this is Mark from Hinge," and she was like, "Hey, Heart, glad to hear from you. How was your day?" So I sent her the details, and I was like, "Hey, does Friday at 6:30 at this spot downtown work for you?" She instantly responded and was like, "Yes. Again, I'm looking forward to meeting you." So I said, "Okay, cool." So we're talking, we're making small talk. So the next day, I text her and say, "Hey, are you up for a call?" Me personally, I feel like before you go on a date with somebody, there should be at least a FaceTime, or there should be a pre-date call. So I text her and I was like, "Yo, are you up for a call?" And I think this was like Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. I think this was Wednesday. So I sent that text like probably at like 7 or 8 o'clock, right? No response. No response. So I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's not freak out. Mark, just hold on. Just hold on. Let's not, just calm down. Maybe something that's happened and she doesn't hear her phone." So she did not respond. So I get up at 6 a.m. to go to the gym like I do every day. Like probably about like 8 o'clock. While I'm leaving the gym, she sends me this long message and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I work, third shift 2 nights out the week."
This is bullshit. So we're gonna break this shit down. we're gonna break it down. But I just want to tap in real quick. That's bullshit. It's 2026, dog. These bitches, they on their phone. I don't give a fuck if she worked for the Secret Service. She know what's up. She know what's going on that fucking phone. You know what I mean? And it's a guy she waiting to text her that she'll text back in a millisecond in the middle of $1 million marketing meeting at her job, and the CEO looking dead in her face. She gonna figure out a way to return that text. I promise you. I promise you. So I just to let the bros know, any bullshit about, oh, I work third shift to this and that is bullshit. And yeah, it might be a catfish or something. That's why she didn't want to do the phone call or something. Um. So would I have blocked her after she? I mean, see, but here's the thing. I don't want to call him desperate, but he probably desperate. When you desperate, you be trying to find every excuse to, well, maybe this, maybe that. So it's easy for me to say he should have blocked her after that. But let's just see what happened.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. I work, third shift 2 nights out the week. I thought I sent you a response. I'm so sorry." She sent all these exclamation points. And she was just like, "You do not have to ask to call me. Just call me. I would love that." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And I'm not gonna lie, the doubt went out my mind. But
I mean, she run a good game. She runs some good game. I mean, I thought I'd text you back. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. All right, I'm not too mad at him so far, based on what she's saying. I'll let it ride.
me, I would love that. So I was like, "Okay, cool." And I'm not gonna lie, the doubt went out my mind. But I still in the back of my head was like, "So you thought that you sent the message, but you didn't go back to our thread to look to see if you send it?" But that's okay.
Okay, let me ask you. Well, let me ask Sheila if you're still here. If you was feeling the guy and you missed a text, or you thought you text him back, or whatever, um, would you say, "Oh, you wanted to call last night? Sorry, I thought I'd text you back. Whatever. Call. You can call me right now, or you can call me in 2 hours." Or to me, that would have been a good gesture. "I'm sorry that I missed the opportunity to talk to you. I would love to talk to you. You can give me a call when I get off at X, Y, and Z, or I'll call you in a minute," or something like that. Is what I would have, because it's lip service. The shit sounding good, but I'm not Now seeing the action. Yeah, like Sheila said, she would have just called him instead. Since he reached out to try to call, she would have called him. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I would have been looking for at that point.
That's okay. Like that's okay. And the reason why I was like, okay, that's okay. Like it is what it is. But I took it as though she was over communicating. And I like communication. Like I feel like, because here's the thing. I feel like when it comes to dating, a lot of times, like I think one of the things with our generation, what we do is that we silently give people tests. We silently give people a customized, personalized test. And then when they fail, we're out the door. But we've never given them the material to cover. And don't get me wrong, like there are certain things people should just know. There are certain things that you should just know. But I feel like the test should not come when they meet you. The test should come after you have communicated to them. And let me just say, I do believe, like, as a guy, there are certain things you should know. You know, for instance, like with flowers. I remember I went on a date with this girl, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never went on a date and given a girl flowers. I have bought.
Don't take flowers on the first date, my brothers. That bitch don't deserve no flowers, and she knows she don't deserve. She knows she don't deserve no flowers. I don't know the bitch. This is our first date. I mean, some dudes think it's a good gesture. I don't think it's a good gesture. Because you already giving her shit, unearned shit. That ain't a good way to start things off.
Bought like roses for a girl that I was already talking to. Y'all seen that story time on here. But I've never went on a first date and, you know, presented the girl with flowers. My theory on that is I feel like I would know when it's appropriate to do that. I can't explain what I'm trying to say. But I just feel like I have not met up with a girl yet that I felt like I'm so excited for this date. I'm gonna get her flowers. Now there was one.
No, like I'm just gonna say it again. um, no flowers, bro. Like okay, let me put it like this. If we dating, we done went on 3 dates. You done did little sweet shit for me outside of just showing up for the dates. You like, I don't know. I gotta a woman gotta show me something first. I'll give you an example. Um, let's just say Reese cups. I like Reese cups. I like a lot of little chocolates, but pause, no homo. But look, uh, so I told this one girl I was dating. I thought because we talked a couple of times before we went on our first date, and then got to the second date, whatever. Went on the first date. The first date went all right. But even before we went on the first date, we talked a few times. I think I told her maybe on our first or second conversation that I liked Reese cups or whatever. I said Nestle Crunch something. I said something, but it was like one of our first conversations. And like 2 or 3 weeks later, when we went on our third date or whatever, she invited me over to her house to cook for me or whatever. And when I came over, she had the bag of Nestle there for me, like, oh, I remember you said you like Nestle, so I got like little thoughtful shit like that. That's the shit that make me bring flowers on the 4th date. A bitch gotta show me something other than just showing up to dates. You see what I'm saying? But let's continue.
I would know when it's appropriate to do that. I can't explain what I'm trying to say. But I just feel like I have not met up with a girl yet that I felt like I'm so excited for this date. I'm gonna get her flowers. Now there was one girl that I took to the PJ Morton concert a couple years ago that I was just like, do I want to buy her roses? Do I want her to buy her flowers for the first date? Because I had never done it before. And it's crazy because at that time I was going live a lot on TikTok, and I had, you know, my community, y'all rock with me, man. Like, I love y'all. So I was going live, and I remember I had did a poll. Like, I was telling them pre-date, like, should I buy this girl flowers or roses before the date? Like, it was a ton of women, of course, on the live, but it was mixed. The response was mixed. And it was some girls that was like, yes, It was some girls that was like, no. It was a ton of girls that was like, maybe not this. How do you feel about it? And I had just personally felt like I just didn't feel that. I felt like it was a little bit performative to do so. But the point I'm trying to make is that if I would have gotten to the date and she would have been like, I like my man to bring me roses. I like my man for the first date. Like, I don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, that's no. Well, you know what? Have a good night. Because okay, why would you even accept that energy? If I come on a date and she like, where are my roses? I probably just leave. I mean, and I'm not trying to sound a certain way, but that no, you coming with the wrong energy. I don't even know you like that. You already coming with the wrong energy. And some people say it's a joke. I don't, y'all, as y'all know. I mean, I joke on this channel, but I don't laugh at all the jokes in real life. It's a line from one of my favorite rappers. Damn, I want to play y'all the song. Damn, I don't laugh at all the jokes. Damn, what song is that? All the jokes. Fuck. Oh, okay, I know the song. Okay, I'm gonna play that song later. Can somebody remind me when we go over to Rumble to do this, Kendra, for me to play that song? I wonder if I could play it without getting clipped. I forgot. I'll play it later.
saying? And you might think, as
But no, real quick, I don't like that sense of humor. I don't like that like borderline. I'm kind of being rude, but I'm kind of just playing. Y'all know I don't fuck with that type of sense of humor from men or women. So y'all can call me RB sensitive if you want.
man, you should, like, I don't know that is big for you. It's almost certain things with communication. Like, it could be things like, I feel like we teach people how to treat us. We teach people how to love us. So if you tell them that, hey, thanks for communicating till the day of the date, drop in the comments and let me know you care, So what happened was Thursday. Now this is where things I feel like things kind of took a shift. So Thursday, I knew that I had to get my hair cut. So I left work because I have a date Friday. So Thursday, I leave work to go get my hair cut. While I'm walking to the barbershop, I don't have my glasses on. So walking towards me is a girl, and I'm not gonna lie, just me being a guy, she had a nice little silhouette. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, she was beautiful. But I could see it. I couldn't see her clearly, but I could see enough that she was, she could be, an attractive young lady. So I'm walking toward the barbershop past this hotel, and the girl says to me, "Don't I know you?" And I squint my eyes, and we're gonna call this girl Jalissa. So I was like, "Oh yeah, you're Jalissa. Like me and you used to work together in 2014." Now let me tell you about Jalissa. Jalissa is a girl that I used to work with at this bank in 2014 that I always thought Jalissa was so. Jalissa walks up to me in 2014 and she was like, "Put my number in your phone." Came up to me and was like, I don't know what a meeting is. Put my number in that moment. Like, to talk to Jalissa. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, she's still fine right to this day. But I'm not 24 anymore. So this is not just about physical attraction. Like, what's going on in your life now? Do you got kids? Like, why are you here at the hotel? And she was going inside of the hotel. She was like, "Oh, I'm staying here because we just had a really bad storm." She was like, a tree fell on my house, so I'm staying here. And I was like, she was like, "Are you still working at that bank?" And I was like, "God, no." So I tell her what I do for work. And she was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, "What do you do?" Because she had no scrubs. I said, "Are you a nurse?" She was like, "No, I work in dentistry." And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like I said, still beautiful. She got beautiful teeth. Like, Jalissa is still fine to this day. And then she was like, I'm about to go upstairs to my room and I'm about to come back down and go to the gym. And I'm like, and she in the gym. Like, so I was okay, cool. So there was a restaurant. I heard that they got you got a Cooperstock in your city. They got the best Brussels sprouts, but Yard House do too. So she was like, "Oh my God, you should never have told me that." She was like, "You should never have told me that." Like that. I was like, "Yeah, no." I said, "I heard it got really good."
I don't know if we're going. I wanted to finish the main story, but this nigga keep going on side quest. Like I'm trying to see what happened with that one bitch. who, like, let's see if we can get to it, man. Let's see if we can get
The
to
Brussels sprouts. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm at the rehearsal because I'm a church musician."
it. He longer winded than a bitch when they tell a story.
I heard that. I was like, well, I'm going to the barber shop. I was like, but you know, I'll let you know. I was like, but you know, after this, I have to go to choir rehearsal. If I have time after the barber shop, I'll swing back around. All of this was in the distance of 1 block. My job, the hotel, the barber shop, the butcher restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So none of this was far. So I was just like, if I had time to circle back from the barber shop, I'll come, you know, have a little bite with you, you know. But in the meantime, I had to use the bathroom, and the barber didn't have the bathroom, so I was like, I really got to use the bathroom. So she was like, come to the hotel, use the bathroom. So I go, make a long story short, I used the hotel's lobby bathroom. When I walk, she waited for me while I'm walking out. I was just like, can I get your number? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now in my mind.
So okay, I'll give him credit for the. He go to the gym. I mean, he seemed like a good dude. He he seemed like a good dude. He go to the gym. He's a God fearing man. He got some type of balls to chop it up. He's chopping it up with women. He asking them for their number. So I like that. I like that.
I have a girl that is forgetting to hit send on messages, a little iffy with communication. I just know how this go. Not too much. Not too much of.
No, it's the right thing to do. No, it's the right thing to do. Some bitch on internet and she kind of being flaky, didn't call back and didn't schedule the call. No, you totally doing the right thing. You ain't committed to nobody. Yeah, this was the right thing.
Red flag. I just know how this go. So I'm already hiding in my mind. Like, okay, if it don't work out with the girl from Hinge, we got Jalissa, who I can be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend, right? So that's where I was going. I was just like, okay, I can't go eat Brussels sprouts with you today. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to go to the barbershop, I have to go to choir rehearsal, but possibly maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. So I kept it in mind. So I text her, I was like, hey, this is Mark. And when I get to the barbershop, she was like, hey, did you make it? This is Jalissa. She was like, did you make it to the barbershop? And I was like, yeah, I made it to the barbershop. So I was like, cool. So she was like, oh, I'm trying to decide if I still want to go to the gym. And I was like, you should go to the gym. You know, so she was like, okay, cool. So I decided to send an intentional message. And I say to Jalissa, I said, hey, if you are free this weekend, I would love to meet up and connect with you. Jalissa didn't say anything. So all Jalissa did was she hit loved on my message. Now, me personally, I would have loved for her to say, oh, absolutely. I can't Friday because I have to do this. Or
Yeah, that's out of pocket. Motherfucker asks you out on a date and you just like it. That's out of pocket. See, it'd be the little things. It'd be the little things, man. And sometimes women just will be nice just to be nice, but they ain't really feeling you, but they'll be kind about it. I'd rather just reject me. Let me just take that shit on the chin, pause immediately, and then just keep them going with my life. But yeah, that's diabolical. Motherfucker asks you a direct, you want to link up this weekend? Heart. Well, bitch, what? Yes? No? What?
I can't Saturday because I have to do this. Or what about Sunday? What about? But she just hit loved. And for me, I don't know. I just felt like, I just felt like a little bit more would have sufficed for me.
Yeah, well, like I just said a minute ago, I'm gonna let it play. We're gonna get to the end of this story somehow. If I gotta skip, I'll put that shit on 2 minutes. We're gonna get to it. I'm trying not to bore y'all too much. I just gotta see what happened with this shit. But it's like I've been saying this last 20 minutes. A woman gotta show me something. You gotta give me something, baby. You gotta give me. He took initiative. He asked for the number. Then not only did he ask for the number, he had the balls to ask you out. Yeah, you gotta give me something back, baby, or I'm cool. None of this iffy shit. Fellas, don't do none of this iffy shit. When a woman feeling you, ain't no you asked her out and she just hit the like. Ain't none of that when a bitch feeling you.
You know what I'm saying? Where in her mind, she probably like, well, me hitting loved on a message is me confirming that I will let you know if I have time. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. Back to mission one. I go to the barbershop. I get cleaned up. So I go get cleaned up and I go to choir rehearsal. Now, when I get home, I am ramped up from choir rehearsal, ramped up from the day. So I really couldn't go to sleep. So my bedtime every day, I like to be in bed. I cut my phone off and I like to be in bed every day by 8:30 or 9. Between 8:30 and 9 because I get up at 6 almost every day to go to the gym. So like my friends and people know, like if you call me between 8:30 and 9, like I'm pretty much not going to answer because like I'm getting my gym bag is packed. I'm getting my mind ready to get up in the morning and tackle whatever workout I got to tackle, shower, and then hit the work day and then get up and go on again, right? But this particular night, coming from choir rehearsal, I just was amped up. Like I was amped up because I just was like, okay, cool. This is about to be a great weekend. Like, and y'all can say what y'all want. Like as a guy that is single, like as a guy who is out here just, yeah, like ain't nothing like being in the presence of just a feminine energy. Like I just wanted like to be in the presence of feminine energy.
Well, let me tell you this right damn now. If you date I'm not saying feminine black women don't exist. But brother, I'm not saying he's right. Sometimes you just want to be in some feminine energy. You just want to, yeah, he's not wrong. I feel him on that. But I don't come in contact with a lot of feminine black women. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So I don't know how realistic of a expectation that is, but I just let them keep cooking.
There are 4 words that you will never hear me say in this life or the next. And those 4 words are, I love black men. You will never hear me say that.
For real.
And as a matter of fact, when I'm scrolling and I see women saying that, I almost want to throw up in my fucking mouth. I'm just going to speak from the mouth of my personal experiences. And I don't give a fuck about how anybody feels about this. You can definitely suck my dick. I don't care.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I have never loved black men as a collective.
Who hurt you?
Sorry about that, guys. I had to get some chips in a pop. All right, let's get back into it. Thanks for still tolerating my shit and still being here.
A feminine energy. Like I just wanted like to be in the presence of feminine energy. I wanted that experience of being around a woman where it's a little bit flirty, but we get to know each other. We get a dim lit restaurant. I don't know. Like I just was ready for that. It's been a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've been on a date. So it's a Thursday. So it's about 9:30, way past my bedtime. So earlier that day. So when I got home from rehearsal, I tried to call the girl from Hinge because you said I can call, right? You said I can call. So I tried to call the girl from Hinge, no answer. So I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm already prepared. Like she might cancel tomorrow. So it's about 9:30. I finish eating dinner and I'm about to get into bed. Next thing I know, I'm in the bed scrolling on TikTok before I go to sleep. All of a sudden, I get a FaceTime call from an unsaved number, which I recognize as the girl from Hinge. So I get up and we FaceTime and I was like, hey, like what's up? So we had like this kind of like comedic banter because I say to her, I forgot what I said. So we had this like comedic banter, when I answered. And first thing I noticed, like she looked like her pictures. She was beautiful. So here's where I felt like there was a slight shift. Question I asked, I was like, so I see on your profile that I was like, you are a Christian, right? And she's like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I go to this, this mega church in the city. So I was like, okay, great. Like you believe in Jesus. I said, but also on your profile, it says that you are like you're spiritual. Like, what does that mean? Now, let me just say this here. This is probably where I went wrong because, It is at 36, and I said this in another video, I don't have it in me. It is not my desire to evangelize dates. If you are not coming already in the sense that, not perfect, I'm not saying you got to come telling me, okay, I don't drink, I didn't really play the numbers last week as much as I did the other week, and I did sex, I ain't had that. You don't have to list and confess your sins to me. But if you are not coming already knowing Jesus and having a sincere devotion to him where you have a relationship that you can testify of, I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I am past the age of dating a girl who's not really in the church, but she, you know what I'm saying, because she's fine, and I'm past that. I love that the fact that you're fine. I love the fact that you're attractive, but do you know Jesus? What is your Jesus story? Like,
Nah, he lost me. He lost me, bro. Yeah, he completely lost me. It's cool to be into Jesus, and be religious and be intentional about somebody who's kind of on the same page with that. But don't nobody want to hear that the first FaceTime call, bro. Let's build some chemistry before we get into all that, bro. So yeah, he out of pocket. Out of pocket.
I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I am past the age of dating a girl who's not really in the church, but she, you know what I'm saying, because she's fine, and I'm past that. I love that the fact that you're fine. I love the fact that you're attractive, but do you know Jesus? What is your Jesus story? Like, you know what I'm saying? And let me just say this. That is my boundary. That is my boundary. That is my non-negotiable. But I will say, for the sake of the date on Friday, I was kind of like, I was holding back. I wasn't like, all right, so tell me, you love Jesus or not? You know, I was kind of like, okay. I was kind of like downplaying, like, yeah, okay, just trying to be all cool. Because in my mind, I'm like, if I do come on strong where I'm like, okay, I want to say that for the date. Like, I want to say, I feel like, when my coworker was like, well, I wouldn't have asked it on the front. No, like, these days, that is a question that I feel like should come up in the first 5 questions. Do you know Jesus? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you a believer? And if they are, they should leave at that question like, oh my God, yes, let me tell you about it. No, let me tell you about it. No, let me tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me. You know, I know people will be like, oh, it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. No, it is that deep. It is that deep. It is that deep. For me, it is, you know? So anyway, on the FaceTime call, I was kind of like, trying to like play it like, slide it in like, so you believe in Jesus, right? And so she was like, yes. So I said to her, but I also see that it says that you're spiritual. Like, what does that mean? And I'm not going to say verbatim or too much of what she said, but she was like, spiritual, spiritual. That just means, but to me, it kind of, what she was saying was coming off of why she was spiritual it was kind of sounding like, oh yeah, I'm Christian and I do believe that there is a God and there is Jesus. But I also, on the lines of, it was kind of sounding like there was a little bit of,
I want to do what I want to do. I already know what that's because that's usually what women mean when they say, yeah, I believe in God and Jesus and stuff, but I'm kind of just spiritual because I don't want to live by the principles of Jesus Christ and Christianity. And that's usually what I think that's where he's going, because that's usually what women mean by I'm spiritual. I want to be into the woo-woo stuff kind of, but I don't want to be held to any strict standards. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you this Christian, bruh, and that sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, if you this Christian, bruh, you need to be in the church dating ministry or something. If the first question you want to ask a fine ass bitch is, "Dude, what's your relationship like with Christ? Like, give me details." Like, nah, bruh.
there is a God and there is Jesus. But I also, on the lines of, it was kind of sounding like there was a little bit of new ageism and the whole thing of law and attraction. I don't know what you believe. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this channel. I don't know what you believe. But me, I don't believe that. But me, that is a belief that I do not have. I believe in Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. I believe in the Bible for my life. I believe in the knowledge is the fear of God. That's what I believe. So when I heard that, I was like, And I literally said out my mouth, I was like, okay, I don't really agree, but okay, but I hear you. Trying to play it cool because I know we got this date tomorrow. I don't want to mess up the date. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, nah, don't even show up. So I'm trying to like downplay it and be all cool and smooth. And so then the conversation comes up about our birthdays. And you know, she began to tell me about, oh, you an Aquarius, you did, and that is another thing I don't subscribe to. I ain't walking around calling myself no Cancer when Cancer's out here taking people out. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing that over here. So I was kind of even playing into that, like, oh yeah, I mean, they say, I literally said, I was like, I mean, they say I'm an Aquarius and my birthday is February 14th. You know, just trying to play it cool, just, you know. And we had that conversation, and the conversation, and I ain't gonna lie, there was a few like awkward pauses in the conversation on FaceTime. It wasn't really flowing, but I was just like, okay, let's, you know. And next thing I know, she was like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm about to walk into the store. Now every guy know when you first meet a girl, and if she say, hey, I'm gonna call you back, we all know what that means. Because all of us have been with women, our friends, whoever, that if they like you, she gonna take that phone up in Target and in the local Walmart and give you a tour of the fresh produce if she really like you. So I kind of already had in my mind, I was like, she ain't calling back. I was like, she not about to call back. So when I got off FaceTime, I already knew. Like, it was like 9:30, probably like 10.
All right, he was on some. I'm not saying he's wrong, but yeah, I don't know. No comment. Y'all make y'all decision about it. Let's go over to Rumble and do a Kendra. Let's finish up with a Kendra. And I'm trying to see, do I feel like this a long Kendra episode? Whatever, we'll just finish on Rumble. I mean, I might keep going besides doing the Kendra, I might not, but we'll get off YouTube. Either way. I'm gonna drop the Rumble link. You don't gotta sign up to Rumble to watch. All you gotta do is click the link and watch. Please donate. Whatever you could donate really helps. Cash App and PayPal pinned to the top of the chat and in the description. Yeah, I just dropped the Rumble link. Just click the link to keep watching. You don't gotta sign up. All right. For the people who not coming over to Rumble, thanks for stopping by. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet. And I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life ever. Be sure to keep your blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol down to keep the Reaper from coming around. Make sure you get your yearly checkup so Satan don't catch up. RB Sensei, out.